Hey everyone, Hedgehog here. Welcome back to R Cubed. This is episode 4. So last time we went to the moon. We hit the moon, and that's about it. It was pretty much a complete failure. So I have the same rocket. I haven't unlocked almost any tech since last time, except of course for solar panels, which is the big difference from the last rocket and this one. So now we have solar panels. We should be able to get power and make it to the moon, and this time orbit and everything else. So let's just get going. Okay, so here we are at the launch pad. Some things got a little strange. There's not supposed to be a gap here, obviously. Yeah, not supposed to be a gap anywhere, but okay, whatever. So let's try to realign. Whoa, what is going on here? What? Okay, not sure. Okay, that's better. Alright, so I think we're good to go. Let's set our target. Our target is obviously the moon. And we'll open MechJeb's Rendezvous Planner. We don't need an autopilot for anything here. We're doing everything manually. Everything we can. So at least so far. So we're about as far away from the relative inclination that we want to be. That's good. So let's start just time warping ahead. And quickly. Oops, don't want to miss it. So it's 3:31. We can get down to I think it was 2.5. 2.6? 2.5. Alright, here we go. So, just a quick mission recap. What? Oh, I did get the impactor. What? I'm not sure why, but okay. So I think I have another impactor though. Nope. I guess now it registered from the last one. Okay, great. So I don't need to impact the moon. So we can skip on that, even though I can totally do it. Alright, so this time we've got, I think, 7 contracts that we want to get with one mission. So we have sounding rockets, which are first solar powered satellite. Obviously this one is solar powered, so that's going to be easy. An uncrewed lunar flyby, that's where we're going. We do need to collect signs from around the moon, so hopefully we'll be able to do that. And we want to get an orbit around the moon and also collect signs, and also just collect signs from around the moon, right? So basically a whole bunch of missions. I think I lost a couple missions that I wanted to do with sounding rockets, but those are just very, very low paid missions anyway. Alright, sorry you can't see the rocket. Same deal as last time. You'll be able to see it when we get to space. So I see our inclination is already 0.26 to 7. Alright, we better hurry up. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Fire up the engines, throttle up to 100%, and blast off. Here we go. Okay, so obviously you don't want to sit here and just watch this happen in real time. So I've sped it up 8 times regular speed just so we can get past this boring part. We've done this already. I mean, it's not that boring. It's still a marvel of technology. It's really, really awesome, but yeah, we get it. You know, we're putting a rocket into orbit. You know, not that exciting anymore. I guess that's kind of crazy when you think about it, that this thing isn't exciting anymore. It should still be pretty exciting. I know I get excited about rocket launches today, and I've been playing Kerbal Space Program for forever. So, yeah, alright. So here we are. We're almost to orbit. We're gonna get it, and then we're gonna keep going with our super exciting mission. Okay, so I actually stopped a bit later than I would have liked, because now this stupid stage is gonna stay in orbit, which I don't want that. You know what? It might have range safety. No, I don't think so. Oh well. So we'll see if I have to get rid of that thing or not. But here we are. We've got 3,500 meters per second. We need to make our insertion burn. We are 0.31 degrees from the moon, which is terrific. So let's get that maneuver in place, we're going to go to the moon. Yeah, so I'm just fixing up the maneuver, trying to get a close encounter, close enough so I'll be able to do a proper orbit. We don't want to get too close, but we do want to get close enough so the Oberth effect is good, and just about got it. Good. So we're going to be about 300 kilometers from the surface, which is pretty good. I think it's going to be what we want for this. And yeah, so let's just get things ready, align ourselves. What I'm going to be doing now is just a quick test fire of the engine, just so I can get a good estimation of the burn time required to do the insertion burn. Okay, so here we go. That's one, and numbers seem kind of weird, so I just fired it again. Looks like about 3 minutes is what we're going to need to do the translunar injection. Okay, getting ready. The fuel hasn't settled, so I'm going to settle it now. There we go, and engage. We're on our way to the moon. So that's 3 minutes and counting. Sped up 4 times for your viewing pleasure, of course. Oh, also, last time I was really worried that the antennas wouldn't be good enough and I wouldn't be able to communicate with Earth, but they are. Remotech has me covered. These Communotron 16 antennas have 400,000 kilometers range, which is just what we need. Now we just need to get to about 120 kilometers for the flyby. We don't want to get too close because real solar system does have some clipping, and we don't want to accidentally hit the moon since we already got that contract out of the way. 200 meters per second. 100 meters per second, and stop. Alright, so what do we have? Let's do... Whoop! What did I do? I think I overshot. Okay. So I overcooked it just a bit. Nuts. Okay. Let's fix this. Wait. What's going on here? I'm getting power, but not enough? Oh no. Oh, what a pain. What about if I shut MechJeb down? Would that be okay? No, don't tell me this is another dud. Okay, so yeah, long story short, this probe is mostly a dud. I say mostly because while I'm obviously very bad at comparing numbers, the avionics unit says it right there in the context menu that it requires around 300 watts of power to operate, while the solar cells only provide 16 watts each. So obviously that's not going to work. However, this mission is not a complete failure. Obviously I won't be able to control the probe as soon as the power runs out, but I don't actually lose communication. And this is actually a very interesting point because I can still generate just a tiny bit of power, and it keeps getting power and then losing it, but I still generate just enough to keep communication alive. And because I can still communicate with this probe, I can actually perform science. I can tell it to do science, and then I can transmit it back. Very, very slowly, but it works. So I'm not actually sure if this would count as cheating or not. I'm not saying it's cheating. I'm not saying it's not cheating. But honestly, normally I tend to stick with whatever the game gives me. If the game allows me to do something a little funky, I just go with it. Like parts clipping that Kerbal Space Program pretty much allows us to do. It's not technically how spaceships or cars or things are supposed to work, but it allows us to do it, so sometimes I might just maybe bend the rules a little bit. Anyway, in this scenario, I thought it was reasonable enough to do it. This mission takes a long time, and it's such a pain to just get everything to work. I figured I earned this, especially after last time, which was just crazy. Anyway, so basically most of this mission was me trying to figure out how to best use what little resources I had. There was obviously plenty of swearing involved, so you don't need to hear all of that. I was trying to turn things on and off, making a futile effort to regain control of the probe with no success, obviously. The only thing I got out of it, and it's not nothing, which is why I'm still showing you this mission, although it's sped up really, really crazy fast. This is at 12 times regular speed. I'm showing you this mission because I got a ton of science out of it. I mean a lot. You're gonna see it very soon. But I mean, I got a lot of signs out of this mission. It's around 300 signs. I'm unlocking a ton of nodes using this mission. So I'll just show you what happened, and you know, next time it's gonna be better. I'll do better, I promise. Alright, so we're just waving goodbye to the moon. We'll be out of here in just 18 hours. See if we can get any more science data out of this. We've got 336. This is pretty amazing. Remember, we started with pretty much nothing because I started researching something just before I launched. So this is all from this moon mission. Alright, any new signs? Anything before we head out? Okay. So we are in space high over the Earth. The altitude is 457,000 kilometers. And somehow I still have connection, so that's good. And we are obviously going to be escaping Earth's gravity. So let's do that. See if we still somehow manage to stay in contact with Earth. And if we do, we could be able to get some more science. That'd be great. Cool. Alright, here we go, escaping Earth's gravity, and I no longer have connection. Okay. So that's it, this probe is going bye-bye. And now I can simulate being around the sun. No point in collecting any of this data because I have no way to transmit it. So this probe is going to be, let's see the orbit. It'll be in a very, very similar orbit to Earth's, obviously. Yep. But yeah, we're not going to see Earth again probably unless we kind of slingshot back and around Earth and then kind of get flung to wherever in the solar system. Again, it's not going to matter because I can't communicate with the satellite anymore. Alright, thank you very much. You are now space debris, but you are a memory to what was and what is yet to come. We're going to conquer this moon. We've got what, 346 science out of this mission. It's amazing amounts of science. So we're going to use all that to conquer this moon. We are going to land something on this moon sometime soon. Don't know exactly when, but we'll get back to the moon eventually. Alright, so after our last moon mission, I've decided to upgrade my install. So last time I was using kind of the beta install for realism overhaul, and I decided to test out if I could upgrade using CCAN and then get everything that I was missing and also fix a couple of things that weren't really working. KCT simulations weren't working properly. Also, I had problems with a lot of plumes. Most of them weren't working. So this is the upgraded version. From what I've seen, everything still works. I have all my contracts. Everything seems to be in proper order. I hope nothing breaks. This is a little risky. If I have to, I can just revert to the last save, but I think we're going to be good. So everything is looking better now. And one more thing that happened is that now I have a lot more of these things that were missing. I don't know if you remember, I think it was my first video, lots of these just did not exist. They weren't here. And now they are. So that's great. I have more options for things that I'm probably never going to get to, but you know, at least they're here. Still plenty of holes, but at least we have more options now. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. Also, because of this, you can see that I have a couple more packs of probes and stuff, so there are more options in designing a craft. So there we go. So yeah, look at these, lots and lots of probes, Explorer 1, Explorer 6, Grab 1, etc, etc. Also, just for example, fairings. I have lots more fairing options. So these are great. I'm going to be making lots of use of these new things that I have here. So where are we at? Well, last mission we got a ton of science. I spent all of it. As you can see, I've only got 11 left. So I've taken all that science and I've researched, well, started researching anyway. Let me show you. Tech. Look at all this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 techs, which are going to take years. I think there's like a decade here, at least, of sciencey things. Oh, now I've noticed that I don't have my clock back. I'll fix that later. Anyway, yeah, so I figured what we're going to do now, which would be pretty good, is just kind of lay low, not do too many crazy things, just kind of rank up my my cash flow. You know, I have 250,000. That's pretty good, but I want to ramp this up significantly. If I want to upgrade my R&D, I need 400k. That's not too bad. If I want to upgrade the VAB, another 200. Launchpad, that's $1 million. All right, we want to get a lot more cash. So what I'm going to do right now is kind of let the science roll. Every time I want to build a Wapacaneta, the last one that went to the moon, I think it's 150 days. So I think what I'm going to do is just grab a bunch of simple contracts. Nothing too crazy. I don't think I'll be going to the moon anytime soon, but maybe all sorts of orbits, maybe some communication satellites. I'll be placing those up and getting some money while I wait for the science to come in. And as it comes in, I'm going to have new contracts. So nothing ludicrous. I just want to start getting these things out of the way. Alright, so let's get going. Okay, here we are with Shep 1. It's technically supposed to be WoW 2. I just kind of lost my naming scheme for a little bit. I'll get back to it, I promise. That was just a slip up. So ignore it. Shep 1 is WoW 2. Okay, so what we're doing here is just a very simple mission. It's just a sounding rocket. Where is it? There it is. Suborbital trajectory, and we want to recover something from this craft, which is something I actually have never done before. So yeah, let's do that. That's gonna be kind of cool, I guess. This rocket is spin stabilized. We don't want to touch anything. We're just gonna let it rip and see it go to space. 3, 2, 1, launch. So yeah, it's got 3 biological sample kits, tools. Not sure what they're called exactly, but it's got 3 of them, and they're going to be providing a bunch of science that we can recover, because these things, remember, they do give a little bit of science if you just transmit it, but they give a lot more if you actually take the time to recover them. And obviously that's much harder, which is why we haven't done it before. So yeah, this rocket does not have a heat shield. The payload does not have a heat shield. This first stage is just gonna die. I'm gonna get rid of it. The second stage is pretty neat. You'll see it in a second. It's only got the scientific payload. It's got a probe core, so it'll have an antenna, just so I can set the deployment for the parachutes. And yeah, so this is very simple. All you see here is just a solid rocket booster. It's kind of going crazy now, but I think it'll be okay. Wow, okay, it's going really crazy. And are we gonna make it? I've got 700 more meters per second. Oh yeah, easy. We're making it into space easy. No problem at all. We're gonna get to 180, 187, 86. Okay, yeah, we're still in the atmosphere. So obviously we're getting a bit of drag. We do have more biological samples, so that's pretty good. And yeah, basically all we want to do now is just make it into space and then recover successfully. So let's hope we can do that. Let's trash the fairings. We don't need them anymore. And yeah, now you can see the payload. The payload actually looks like an upside down rocket, and that's so it'll be nice and aerodynamic, and hopefully the atmosphere will slow it down without it overheating. If it does overheat, then hopefully only some of the samples will get destroyed and not the probe core, which is what we really want to recover here. Although I think any recovery pieces would be good enough for this contract. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out. I actually haven't tested the re-entry for this thing, so hopefully it'll be okay. We're almost to space now. Got 130 kilometers. I love these visual effects. They're so great. 135, 37. Here's that extra stage. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to stop spinning because I do have persistent rotation on. So yeah, we're just gonna spin forever. Let's see if I can try to catch. I forgot to set up a way to arm the parachutes. So let's arm them now. See if I can. Whoa, this is gonna be pretty hard. See if I can grab another one. Ooh, there we go. Arm. Nope. Arm. Oh, that's the one I already caught. Can I get another one? Yes, that's another one. Let's arm it. Wait, what? Arm? Disarm? Arm? What's going on here? Uh-oh. Hope it's okay. Arm parachute? I think I got all of them. Not sure. Oh, yeah, I did. Yep. This has got blue, so yeah, we're good. And we're almost at our apoapse. So let's speed this up a little bit. Sorry about the rocket kind of going crazy. I'll just zoom it out a bit. Yeah, okay, we're going down 180. And hopefully we'll be able to recover. Let's see what happens. Alright, we're back in the atmosphere. Now, the fins should be taking charge pretty soon. They are at a bit of an angle, so I'm supposed to spin. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I was just kind of guessing as to how I should go about this, and I figured, you know what, we're spinning already, so we might as well spin some more. It might be good. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe. Well, I guess we're gonna find out very soon. What's nice about what I'm doing now is actually I'm kind of laid back because I'm waiting for all the science to just kind of make its way into, you know, I've got all the best Kerbal minds working on the science, sciencing the sciences, and sciencing me more sciencey updates and upgrades. And when we have those, we'll be able to make much cooler things and go to the moon and maybe actually get to orbit this time, because that's so annoying that I wasn't able to do it last time because of power restrictions. But hopefully next time we go to the moon, we'll catch it and then we'll do some cool things. And this rocket is flipping the way it's not supposed to do that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, at least that kind of crazy maneuver is really slowing it down. Okay, we've easily survived re-entry. That's good to know. And I think I'm getting like a lifting body effect on this thing. Because how is it staying flat like that? That's kind of crazy. Maybe because the center of mass is way, way back and should have done something with that. Oh well. Let's speed this up a bit. Get a little lower. I think the parachutes are set to deploy at 15 kilometers. I kind of forgot to set this at something a little more normal. Yep, here they go. Awesome. How many did I get? Was that 2 or 3? 3. Great. So all 3 parachutes have deployed. And, ooh, wow, this is going to take forever. Yeah, I'm going to speed up this little section. Yeah, obviously you don't need to sit here and watch this thing go from 15 kilometers up to 0 because it takes forever. Even if I speed it up 4 times physics warp, it still takes a very, very long time. So just enjoy the view. We're landing on an airport, kind of looks like. Well, whatever. Here come the chutes. Man, this is going to take forever. 4.2 meters per second, which means I put just the right number of chutes on this thing. Maybe I could have skipped one. Maybe, but I like having spares. Alright, here we go. Almost touching down. And bingo! A successful recovery. Whoa, that's a nice flip. Awesome. Alright, so this is a great place to stop. This episode has actually been just slightly longer than usual, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're here for the ride. We're going to get some more interesting missions. We're not doing anything super fancy, but we are advancing this career, and that's what we need to do. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.